I read your comments with reference to the Armenian Genocide, and you said, as if this is a quote from an article you wrote, as if tensions with Turkey were not already strained enough by the Iraq War and the Kurdish issue, moves in the U.S. House of Representatives to recognize a Turkish genocide, in quotations, against Armenians in 1915 have stoked the sense of crisis. And, you know, I have a concern when there is a veto by a foreign government over domestic policies and policies of the United States, including the Congress of the United States. And I have a real concern that those who would be in a position of authority would actually seek to fashion that. You know, that same record doesn't speak out about Turkey's legacy of denial, the fact that it has a series of other issues that affects its entrance into the European Union, Cyprus being one, the whole question of the ecumenical patriarchate, and a whole host of others. So I'm concerned that at the end of the day that there will be the appropriate balance here if you were to be confirmed by the Senate. Can you speak to that for me? And lastly, since I'm going to have to go for budget votes, and I'm going to hang in here to listen to your answer as long as I can. In the pursuit of complete transparency, would you provide for us, for the record, subsequent to this hearing, the list of countries that will be under your jurisdiction, and would you also provide to us the organizations that you have worked with prior to this nomination, and what monies were received by those organizations from any foreign government at the time that you were employed there?
Sure. You quoted comments of mine on Armenia and this suggestion that these congressional measures would provoke a nationalistic backlash in Turkey, which analytically I think is accurate, and that's what I was writing. I have been at a think tank for a number of years, and that's what we do, and we analyze. And I was making the analytical statement that such a resolution would provoke a nationalistic backlash in Turkey. You suggested the need for balance, and I absolutely agree. And I absolutely agree that the United States and Congress and citizens, including in Turkey, need to recognize that a terrible tragedy took place, that more than 1.5 million people were driven from their homes and massacred, and people need to recognize that and honor the victims of that tragedy. And that sort of balance, I think, is necessary, as I say, not only here, but in Turkey. And you mentioned the debate within Turkey, and I think if you've looked at my writings, you will have seen that I've personally long encouraged that. The United States government has encouraged it, and if confirmed, I would also do so. I think there's been some progress in that regard, including on this issue, but not enough, and if confirmed, I would make it a priority of pushing for it.
Well, Madam Chair Lady, thank you.
I think there's been some progress in that regard, including on this issue, but not enough, and if confirmed, I would make it a priority of pushing for it.
Well,
I want to go back to the issue, Mr. Gordon, that Senator Menendez raised with respect to Turkey, because I know that's an area where you've done a lot of work and writing, and I wonder if you could speak to what you believe are the benefits for the United States of a constructive bilateral relationship with Turkey. Why is it important for us in the West and the United States to win over Turkey?
Thank you very much. It is indeed a critical question for the United States to revive functioning partnership, strategic partnership with Turkey that frankly has suffered in recent years. If you look at public opinion polling in Turkey in the past couple of years, 9% and then 12% of Turks had a favorable opinion of the United States. And it's hard to get work done with a democracy when there's such skepticism about our country in that country, and we have a lot of work to do with them. Turkey is critical for, as Senator Lugar mentioned, energy routes between the Caspian and the Middle East and the West. Turkey is a country that has borders with Greece and the Black Sea and Armenia and Azerbaijan and Iran and Iraq and Syria and the Mediterranean. For that reason alone, it's a critical strategic player in the world. And it is an aspirant to European Union membership. And I think the global symbolism of a majority Muslim country joining the European Union would be very powerful. And it would strengthen the European Union, and it would strengthen Turkey. So I think for all of those reasons and more, we have a compelling national interest in working with Turkey, which is not to say we agree with them on everything. And there are things we need from Turkey. I mentioned earlier the importance of pressing for a more open debate within Turkey, and I think that is something the administration would do. We've had some differences with the Turkish leadership on Israel and Hamas recently. So it's not going to be easy, and we won't see eye to eye on everything. But restoring a partnership with Turkey, I do think, is a compelling American interest.